This is The Scene
on BBC Radio London with Aurie Styla.
This is The Scene.
Loving that one. That's Wretch 3-2, Mummy's Boy. That was our record of the week a few weeks ago, and it is still an absolute banger. This is Aurie Styla on The Scene, BBC Radio London. Now listen, all my guests are back in the building. I can't go through everybody's name, so I'm just going to say Wagwan everybody, yeah? Well, I'll try. I'm not even going through all five of you. Vadé is here, Bernice, Swiss, John and Joy. You all good? Everyone cool?
Yeah. Good.
Nice. It's been a heavy music-based show today. Sometimes what we do, we get one person who's a music artist and performs. We get somebody who might be a poet, an actor, an actress, could be a comedian. We mix it up, right? But today we said it's all music today, which is great, right? In a little bit, we're going to talk music topics, but one I want to talk about to kind of, I say lighten the mood, but it's not light. Not to say the mood is not light already, but this one's a bit more of, it's bittersweet. You guys know about Thomas Cook, right?
I don't know anything about
Did you hear that pain? Did you hear that pain? Did you hear that?
I'm probably the only one that don't know anything about it.
All right, so Thomas Cook has gone into liquidation.
Oh, wow.
Whilst people are still on holidays. Oh. And you know when the bailiff puts that letter on your door, right, saying whatever's in this belongs to us. It's similar with liquidation with Thomas Cook. Some people are on holiday. Now, for those who don't know, Thomas Cook are like a holiday company. They don't necessarily own all the hotels or the flights that they book for people. But what they do, let's say for a hotel, for example, if I book my holiday through Thomas Cook, yeah, they will pay the hotel for me to be there. So basically, they package it all up and I go and enjoy my holiday. I just pay them a package price. They do all the organisation. But some people have been on holiday and Thomas Cook has still got the money for those people who are in those hotels. So people are trying to check out and the hotel's going, nah, you owe us money. And they're like, no, Thomas Cook is supposed to pay you. And they're like, nah, big man, Thomas Cook is liquidate. Who's going to pay me now?
So they've been held hostage.
Yeah, pretty much been held hostage. That's a nightmare holiday. Nightmare. Some people were I don't want to say stranded. It depends on where they were based and where they were. Some people were here ready to go away on holiday and their holidays have been cancelled. Okay. So last minute once there was a couple that they booked their holiday to coincide with their wedding. So they're going to go have their wedding and then have their honeymoon. They couldn't even make it to their own wedding. Yeah. It's sad, isn't it? It's bad. It's bad, but I mean, when the company goes into liquidation, what do you do?
I can't believe that. I can't believe it. That's
Imagine, is there anyone here who's married? Just a quick wave. All right. Okay, all right. So John and Jermaine, you both are married, yeah? I know you're coughing like, I see you, bro. I see you. All right. So imagine, you know your partners, right? You know, right? You're about to fly to go and get married. And the flight people say, you can't fly with us, big man. Sorry. How is your partner feeling?
You know what? We'd get the hassle in it off the partner.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even be them. It'd be like, it's your fault.
It'd be you. You have to take the blame.
How is it my fault?
Jermaine, you have to take the blame, bro. What about you, John? How would your partner feel?
Well, to be honest, fun fact, I kind of risked it for real because I flew in the day before my wedding and the flight was 3 hours delayed. So I got very close to the real story.
Yeah, that's tight. That's tight. That's heart palpitations right there, bro.
You're still married.
Playing with fire.
At least you got through on that. At least you got through. Now, since the company's gone into administration, I've been hearing loads of stories on social media about people who have booked through them or just talking about, boy, that could not be me. What would happen if that was me? So it made me just want to ask people in this room today, what have been like your nightmare holiday experiences? Like, what's been like one of the worst kind of holiday experiences you guys have had? Either ones that you've been on or booked to go on and it's not happened. Has anyone got any war stories when it comes to holidays?
I don't think I have.
Nah? Swiss, you all good?
I've got a very, very recent one.
Oh, you got a talk to us?
Boy, so meant to get into Botswana, yeah?
Yeah.
Safari and all that. Scammed.
Wait, you need to give us some context. What happened?
Boy, I don't even know. Like, I think you know those I think it's called phishing websites.
Yeah.
They push it onto somewhere else, and you think that it's the same website.
Yeah.
It's like a different website. So obviously, it comes to the day where we're like, we're gonna get our tickets. Tickets don't come. Next day, tickets don't come. Pain. Call them up. You got tickets, but you got to pay extra now. So you're like, huh? Nah, big man, I'm not doing that. Call up the airline. Yeah, them flights don't exist still.
They
Can you imagine?
They booked you on Air Miracle, boy.
Air Botswana.
They're ones where you're only getting there by God's grace. You know?
By faith, trust me.
Do you get your money back, or is it? Do you get your money back, or it's gone?
There are some investigations going on.
Okay.
We managed to salvage £300. That's it.
You got something back.
Yeah, got something. Yeah, we got something, but it's just ongoing, man. It's ongoing.
So I've had
it's
one.
peak. Yeah,
I've
go on.
had one. Previous partner, right? Me and her were supposed to go away on holiday. Yeah. Listen, we booked a flight. It was through a company that was trying to get me to perform in this place. It was St. Lucia. So I'm thinking, I'm going to go St. Lucia. I'm going to perform. But my partner's like, I'll go with you. And I'm like, cool, let's do it. It coincided with a decent time for us to take a little break and go away. They said to me, all right, because you're bringing somebody else, basically it's an additional like £800. So it's for their flight and the hotel booked through the package. Not a problem. 2 days before we're supposed to fly, the organisers cancelled the event. So I'm supposed to be flying over, right? I find out I'm not flying over. I'm like, no worries. Can I get my money back? Yeah, we'll transfer it back, right? All now.
Oh, no.
All now. I did chase it, and the thing is, this is what I don't like. Sometimes when it's people that you could be a bit close with, because it's either your people or it's people within the industry. You're like, I want to support what you're doing, right? Their thing cancelled. I'm like, all right, so just transfer my money back. That's not a problem. They go on the holiday. I can't contact none of them because they had to go out there to deal with all the cancellation stuff. They still had people out there flying because they booked their own packages to go there, to go to land there and no hotel. Like my money's gone. This is peak. This is peak. Now my money's gone, right? But my experience is nowhere near like everybody else who flown, because people flew out there. Because they book flights, right? They fly, they land, and there's no hotel booked for them. So they're on this island in St. Lucia. Nowhere to get fresh and... I'm not lost in it. Some Hunger Games business now.
You're sleeping on the beach.
Literally chilling on the beach.
Fire festival.
This is it. Now for me, I'm not gonna lie, even though I'm down like the £800, because I'm still waiting for that to come back, I would rather, if I had to pick between the two positions, I'd rather not be in a different country and not be able to say I've got somewhere to sleep somewhere I don't know.
Yeah.
At least if I lost the money, at least I could say, well, all right, it's a loss, I got to take the hit, but I'm at home.
Yeah.
But mate,
Listen, I'll be looking on Ancestry.com like, where's my family in St. Lucia? Trust me. I need to find someone.
Around here.
hey, cuz you got that spare room for me, innit? It's mad. It's crazy. I think I'm a magnet for these things. I did and it's always one I'm performing at. I performed on the cruise. I say cruise, innit? Yeah. It was from London to Amsterdam. That cruise is not a cruise. It's not. It's a boat with bedrooms on it. Yeah. Nah, my room. I went in my room. Right. The bed. I kid you not. The head of the bed was by one wall. The foot of the bed was by the other wall. Right. And the bed was tiny. If I literally stretched my hands out like this, I could touch the roof. Oh man, it was so. And then on the way, so we did the show, and then on the way back, right, everybody got seasick. Everybody. Luckily, I performed on the way there, but on the way back from Amsterdam, everybody got seasick. The only way I could deal with it is by laying flat on the bed. Right, being upright, I was throwing up and all sorts. I couldn't. It was horrible. It was. I'm sorry for. I shouldn't say throwing up, but that's what I was doing in it. Yeah. As soon as I said, my producer's face went, ugh, what are you talking about them things? Yeah? But it was horrible, man. It was, and because you can see where I was as well. This is how low in the decks they didn't rate me. This is how low it was. Yeah. I was like where Jack from Titanic was. That's where my bedroom was. Yeah. You could see the water level going on my window, going like up and then down again, up and then. I'm Sebastian all tapped my window, said, "Big man." It was so raw. It was so raw. But yeah, man, there's some serious war stories. Anyone else got any really wild ones, or even been stranded on holiday before? Anybody? You play it safe, you guys, it seems.
Yeah.
Nah. What about you, Bernice? Not one holiday that's gone bad?
She just come from holiday as well.
Yeah, I have.
Where did you come from?
I come back from Dubai last Tuesday.
Come on.
Nice.
I was in 2 weeks ago. Hey, hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Missed you.
I did, yeah. I should have.
What a shame,
You
eh?
didn't let me know nothing. All right.
Actually, I got caught in Dubai actually because one of the years it was around winter time and
Yeah.
I couldn't come back because of the snow. But
Okay.
being in Dubai at that time.
Oh man, that
it
sounds
was cool.
hard,
I
bro.
was like, yeah,
Oh man,
I was
difficulty
like,
there.
England snow, keep snowing.
Man, you got stranded in Dubai.
Yeah.
Oh,
Big up
shucks.
Kid Keto for looking after me in that period, man.
There
It
you
was
go.
cool.
I can think of another one with Dubai again, but go on with yours, Bernice.
No, it wasn't a
good?
big deal. Someone just got super drunk and we missed our flight. So, speaking of vomiting, they was laying in their vomit.
Swimming,
Yeah, it was kind of ill. And then
Was it on the plane or in the airport?
No, before we even got our transfer to the airport.
Okay.
This is in the hotel.
Oh.
So yeah, and I kind of just found them by the door, and I'm like, "What's going on? Like, we need to get."
In it, yeah, big. I know you're drunk,
I
but
just choked on my vocal suite.
you okay? You okay?
Good, I'm fine.
Give her another one.
Yeah, we missed our flight. I had to book another flight, but not too much of a big deal. Not as bad as your one.
Yeah, definitely Botswana, man. There was
Scammed.
I would say there was one person, I don't know how he is now or she is now, I don't know who, was on the flight to Dubai, who was on Emirates as well, right? You know, it says you're not supposed to smoke on a plane. Well, this person decided to go into the bathroom and have a
There's
cigarette.
always one.
Always one fool, right? And if there's any fool, not fool, fool. And if there's any airline and any country, you do not break the rules going into.
Yes, Emirates.
It's Emirates, and it's definitely anywhere in the UAE, because their rules are the same as ours, but they enforce their laws. When they say this is the rule, you break it, you pay a
Yeah,
punishment,
that's right.
right? This person smoked on the flight, yeah? So what they did is they saw smoke, because they didn't think of it being anything other than it could be an emergency, because who would break the rules, right? They called it for an emergency landing. So we landed 40 minutes earlier. Because you think how they do that? It's not they speed up and so on. It's basically, you see what I'm saying? You're like, yes, we landed early. No, but you're saying, yeah, you're clapping. We didn't land in the airport. We landed way down the runway. Way down the runway. Because it's an emergency thing. It's no waiting for the traffic to land and circle.
Yeah.
It's literally, all right, you lot need to come first, land, and it has to be far away from the airport in case this is anything of an emergency. So we landed. They found out it was someone who was smoking. On the runway, they had ambulance, fire engine, police waiting to find out what the problem was. When they found out it was one guy, I tell you what, he's probably still out there serving. Nah, man, you broke the rules there, man. You made these people come down all the way down to the end of the to the runway.
He's missing a finger or something.
I don't quite know what the punishment or the rules are, but if it could not. It may be that, you know. It's you just don't mess around like that at all, because it's so peak. So, mate, anyone who's listening, if you got any horror stories, any war stories when it comes to like holidays and any kind of battles and struggles you've had, text in on 81333. Start your text with the word London, or you can tweet at BBC Radio London. I'm going to play a tune. I'm going to talk music with my guest. How about a little bit, I don't know. How about some J Hush, some Spirit? Let's press play. J Hush, Spirit. This is Aurie Styla on the scene, BBC Radio London. All my guests are still in the building. I've got Vadé, I've got Bernice, I've got Swiss, I've got John and Joy. You guys all good? Nice, everyone's all good. Now, everyone here works within the music industry, and I really like that, because we got some people from different types of music, different walks of music, different time spans in the music industry. And I want to just throw a few questions out to you, because I know the answers are going to be probably different from everyone else's experience. So you're a quintet, so you work together as a group. Joy, you've worked on your own as well before, as well as working with John. Swiss, you've been in music for a long time, in a large group, on your own, and also helping other people out now. Bernice as well, singer-songwriter, who's doing her own stuff and linking up with people. There's so many different backgrounds and walks of life in music here. So I'm going to throw a few questions out that I'd like to just find out. And I think for listeners that want to get into music as well, I feel like this will be good for you to listen to as well, because we've got great music artists in here. So some of the questions that have been thrown to me to throw out to you is the difference between breaking into the industry now and maybe back in the day. So I'm gonna throw it to you, Swiss. We're talking so solid time for you as well, compared to now. Definite difference in terms of the mediums that people put their music out on. So firstly, back in the day, how would it be that you make a tune, it gets out there? How would that process be?
It would be a lot more harder work. I mean, when I was putting out my solo stuff, I had to go to the radio station and meet DJs for me to try and get them to play it. If you want to get people to hear you, you need to actually go and do shows, talent shows, wherever you can get out there now, you can create a clip on your phone, push it out there, and everyone or whoever's on your fan base can hear it. And Link Up Kit TV can pick it up. You know, it's just much easier to get access to your audience, whereas before, a lot more sweat, a lot more blood, sweat and tears.
Do you think that maybe with that because it's so easy that it becomes either oversaturated or people appreciate the graft less? Because to get up and go to a radio station from your house with the copy that you got for the DJ, you have to really want to do that.
Exactly.
And I feel like that could filter out those who aren't serious about it and who are serious. Do you feel, I mean, in terms of it being easier now, is that a positive or is it got negative? What would you say more so?
I mean, there's pros and cons to both sides of it. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Obvious pros and cons. Yeah,
that's true. That's very
to
true.
Both sides, so.
And what about, I mean, boys, Vadé, you guys as a quintet have come through and you've put your music out online for people to hear, covers. One of my favorites is Kiss from a Rose. This is one that you did and you filmed yourself and put it out on your socials and on your channels and so on. For you guys, is that literally the best way it is for you, or would you prefer another way of doing this?
Actually, we kind of feel like it's the opposite way because some of us, we're not old, but we're not used to social media being the sole focus of our output when it came to content and everything. You know, we were quite kind of used because we came from a church background and kind of that background where in the Boyz II Men days you'd go, like you're saying, to a record label or to the DJ, do your thing, and they'd literally just sign you up and develop you as an artist. Whereas now you have to be the finished product and you have to be the sort of
have 5 million
have that
followers,
personality,
the whole package.
following and all that stuff. So it was quite difficult for us to know that we have to be pushing content out every day on social media and stuff, especially when you feel like it's like a CV kind of thing, and some of us are not used to bragging about ourselves.
It does feel. There is a real.
It's like there's no hiding. You have to really show yourself. You have to push yourself.
Definitely.
Yeah, I understand. And sometimes there is a part, like you said about it being, like it's kind of a bossy side of it. When you put out so much content, there's a part of you at times going, am I going too much in people's faces? Do I need to pull it back? Now, see, I met Joy at an open mic night where you performed at, and as soon as I saw you, I was like, yo, I need to get her on the show. She's fantastic. With open micing, why is it something that you like to do, or is it something that you feel is necessary to do?
I feel like it's something that is necessary. Like you have to be on the live shows definitely to build a fan base. But it's a hard one because as well you need to be in the right place as well, because it's good to build up your craft and get used to performing in front of people and start building a fan base. But you also need to be performing in the right places if you really want to get some traction. So it's a tricky one.
Are there anywhere that anyone can say as a whole these are the right places to go to? Anywhere specifically? Or is it more to do with what kind of music you do and just what vibe you want?
Yeah, I think it really lends itself to the music because I mainly do acoustic, so like piano, vocals. So and there's not that vibe everywhere. So it kind of really depends, I think.
Nice. Yeah. What about any boundaries that anyone has to face? Is there any boundaries with music that you go, you know what, this is something that we keep hitting and we either need to overcome it or the scene needs to change so we can overcome it easier?
I think by and large, I feel like music, it's not only just music anymore. You have to have the character, you have to have the sort of the entertainment quality when it comes to it. So as I was saying earlier on, with your social media, you're not just putting content of music. You now have to sell yourself, and so you're talking about your day, waking up and
all that stuff.
It's kind of like the Cribs,
getting the fans right into your personal
it's kind of like
life.
an everyday Cribs lifestyle.
And sometimes the cosign means more than the actual talent as well. Like if you're getting co-signed by a big artist, then you're already there. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like,
we have that problem.
We said we have that problem as well with the.
Well, for example, a cappella isn't necessarily big in England. So, if you have someone on the scene that, bigs you up, then everyone starts turning towards a cappella and starts looking at you and starts realising for your talent. You know what I mean? You also mentioned about open mics. For us, it doesn't necessarily work for us because, number one, we need a specific sound engineer to bring out the sound.
Of course.
So when we go to open mics, let's say, it doesn't always sound great.
Hit and miss,
it's a hit and miss. So.
That's fair enough.
You got to kind of find your niche.
And I feel like with the whole lifestyle of bringing everything into music, your personal life, or like where you're living, what you're doing today, and so on. It's people buy more so into you as a person rather than the music that you bring. And I feel like there's a pros and cons to that. There are people that are really interesting to follow. I mean, one of the biggest music families on the planet is like your Jay-Z and Beyonce, but sometimes we look at what Blue Ivy's doing and like, oh my God, Blue Ivy's a whole character, and people buy into that as well, and it kind of ups the whole, like, the vibe that we see when we, the picture of the Cardinals, they're called, aren't they?
Yeah, the value of
exactly
what they bring.
But then on the other side, what if somebody just wants to do music? I mean, I'm pretty sure many people here have their private lives they want to keep private. You got family, you got friends, you want to be able to switch off. How is it that you can put your music out there and let people just focus on that without the necessity of buying into more than the music? Do you know what I mean?
If that's what you want to do it. And I think people will yield to that, to that as your kind of USP. Do you get what I'm saying? So, yeah, you just have to, whatever you're trying to do that. And after a long period of time, if you're consistent in doing that, then people have no choice but to gravitate to what you do.
Nice, fair enough. That's
it's the most simplest.
That's kind of You got to pick it really. If you want to do
Yeah, you got to pick what you're doing. Yeah, exactly.
And gigs, embarrassing ones. Any ones that you think, oh man, I shouldn't have done that. Oh mate, that was not me. That was not me. Come on, there's got to be a couple in there.
We've got one.
You've got one?
Remember the one with
which one?
With the keyboard, the wrong keyboard came up.
I think that could have been worse. But like
so
for
positive.
you, it was really bad because the key. So basically, there was this. We got there and we were like, "Oh, where's the keyboard?" And they were like, "Oh, it's over here." And it was like this little like minuscule one that you can fit on like this tiny little chair.
Like a MIDI keyboard or something.
And then
Fisher Price.
The organizer told me, "Oh, my friend's got a laptop. I've seen people making music with a laptop. Can you play a laptop?" I like that.
Yeah, you play a laptop
live. That's what producers are doing nowadays, though.
That's wild.
People are making whole tunes on laptops now and their phones, and that's how it is.
That's wild.
Crazy.
You want me to play the piano on
the laptop?
That's wild.
How's that gonna work?
So this is I've had some bad gigs, but mine's not music. It's all comedy based. But you're gonna get that really. Innit? People don't like your jokes or they don't laugh at something. that's expected, isn't it? Yeah. But you never really think about it with music, I guess, until it's more something like that happens, or like your mic cuts and people can't hear.
That. Oh,
that's horrible, isn't it?
We've had that enough times.
Or sometimes you get a promoter that will book you, and it's just the promoter that likes you. The crowd, like the promoters book you because they know, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're their
performing
guy.
in some place where they don't know anything about you.
Yeah, you're their guy. Everyone ain't heard you before.
Yeah, exactly.
that little one track.
And the promoter's like this. Like, come on, man. Don't book me again.
All right. Listen. We have got something which I want we're gonna do. I want you all to be in the room for this one as well, right? Boys, I know you got something else for us as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Right now, I know this is the thing. I got you all in the room here, right? Because even though you are music artists, I know that you got a little two-step in your system, and this is what you're gonna do. Our boys are gonna sing a wicked rendition, and I want you guys to be behind them, and we're gonna do a little nice little two-step here. You're down for this? So I need you lot to get up. I need the boys to sit down there.
I'm a rapper. I can't be dancing like some R&B
behave
guy.
yourself.
Come on.
Behave yourself. Behave yourself. About we can't do that. You could do that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Vadé are in the building and they got something for us special. But I got all my music artists, all my guests in the building. They're about to join in and jump on this one.
Easily.
I'm not even gonna introduce a song or nothing like that. I just want you guys to just take over. Do your thing, and I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna join behind you. Okay? I'm gonna stand behind. I'm gonna let you do your thing. When I get there is when we're gonna go. All right. Watch this.
Let Aurie get in the middle.
All right, let's do this.
We belong together, and you know that I'm right. But you believe in my heart, do you clear in my mind? Say we be forever, say we never die. How can you love me and leave me never? can't let you go. It's so natural. You belong to me. I belong to you, girl. And we come to the end of the road. Oh, can't let you go. It's so natural. You belong to me. I belong to you.
Look at that. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, pew, pew.
Oh, my word.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to give a big shout out to all my guests in the building today. Thank you for coming down. You lot have all been absolutely fantastic.
So have you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, so you got Vadé in the building as well. You've also got Swiss and Bernice here as well. You got Joy, Amy. I'm going to say it properly. Yeah. Joy, Amy, and John, Gillian. That's fine. There, no, that's fine. But go one more time, John.
John Gagliano.
Gagliano, that's it. My bad. My name's Aurie Styla. If you want to follow me at Aurie, Aurie, Styla, Styla. This is BBC Radio London's The Scene every Monday, 8 till 10 with me. The rest of the week, you got my co-sceners 8 till 10 as well. Make sure you listen in from Tuesday till Friday. If you missed the whole show, you can catch it on the BBC Sounds app. I got to go. We got to head off. Thank you guys again. Take it easy later. I will speak to you next week. Peace.